crazy. It's one of my favorite games. And the way that this game is played is, I'm going to sit right here, and whenever I point at anyone up here, they're going to start telling the story. Now, they're going to have to pick up like mid-word, mid-sentence, mid-syllable, and it's going to be told by everybody. But I'm going to be a jerk, because if anyone doesn't stop talking, as soon as I pull my hand away, whether it's in the middle of a word, anything, then they're out. And I need you guys to all help me call them out by saying die, 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 and pointing at them. Guys, let's make some read. Die, die, die! It feels good, doesn't it? It does. Die, I hate you. All right, so we need the name of a story that has never been written. From anyone. What's that? Little Blue Riding Hood. Little Blue Riding Hood. It's going to blow everyone's minds. All right, players, are you ready?
What was the name of it? I'm sorry.
Little Blue Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood was sad. Depressed even. Her grandmother was eaten by a wolf. She was depressed and moped round all over town, crying and weeping and wailing and
gnashing her teeth. Her story was over. There was no fairy tale ending. She was the only princess that had never gotten her prince, nor was she a princess.
She was, in fact, a girl from the woods,
now with no guardian. She moped for days until she came across, in the forest,
a little cottage that looked just like her grandmother's house, save for the window was on the other side. Clearly, this was not the
same house, but it looked so familiar, and she missed her grandmother that she walked up to the house and rapped on the door. And
right then, someone answered the door.
Who looked just like her, but was wearing a blue hood. In fact, she stumbled upon an alternate universe.
An alternate universe that was inside of a cottage. The best cottage ever. So she talks and strikes up a conversation with
Little Blue Riding Hood.
And she said, "You look pretty blue. I want you
to talk to me." I've never had a one-on-one with myself, and I feel like it's time
to have this type of one-on-one. So they went into the parallel universe that was trapped inside the cottage, and they sat down because it, like the TARDIS of Doctor Who, it was bigger on the inside. Stick with me. And so Little Red Riding Hood said to Little Blue Riding Hood,
"I don't like you. I don't like anything about this place, and I need to leave right now. You will not stand in my way when I go through the door and exit this world.
As long as I'm alive, I will talk," said Red Riding Hood to Blue Riding Hood. Blue Riding Hood.
All right, that was a really good start. We need the title for chapter 2.
Revenge of Green Riding Hood.
Revenge of Green Riding Hood. It's getting colorful. I like it.
Fantastic. That's a good mark.
Little to the knowledge of Little Red Riding Hood, or Little Blue Riding Hood, there lied another
Green Riding Hood. Yes. And she was pretty dang nasty evil. When the other two were in the house, Green Riding Hood set it afire.
The whole house was ablaze. Red, being red, was immune to fire. Blue, however, was not. Red covered her with her large riding cloak. "We have to stop Green," she whispered into the cloak. "I know," said Blue. "Ooh. There's only one way.
we must find weakness."
Oh, she said her. And you said
Sorry, she said her.
Killer, 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 killer!
let's keep going with the same chapter, though.
Purple Riding Hood. I was continuing my statement. She's the only one that can counteract Green because they're both not primary colors. And as Red grabbed Blue and ran out of
the door, they had no knowledge of the fact that Green Riding Hood, after having eaten the wolf and her grandmother, had already eaten Purple Riding Hood, and their search was in vain. Nah. And
Grandmother wasn't very happy in that story. This was a business of revenge.
Revenge is best given as a cold dish. They thought they'd make her a plate of cold cookies. For those are the bane of everyone else.
I mean, I know I hate cold cookies. I like them fresh out of the oven when they're nice and
Hot, but when they're cold, how disappointing is that? Why'd they even invite you over?
But I digress. The cookies happen to be filled with cyan.
Me's twins. Yes. Yellow Riding Hood and Orange Riding Hood made together in the cookies. Green Riding Hood will never see it coming, they said to each other. They can take her out from the
Cookie, but they can't take out their
souls because they're Siamese twins. And as we all know, they can kill Green Riding Hood.
Unbeknownst to all the Riding Hoods at this time, there was a secret Indigo Riding Hood. More powerful than all the others. Great Indigo Riding Hood
had the power over water and air. Most people drink water and everybody breathes air. Indigo approached the other hoods and said, with our powers combined, we can stop Green Riding Hood.
And make sure she never hurts any of us hoods again. She's already
Eaten at least 2 or 3 of us.
Other Riding Hoods. And so they took the cookies and they were going to
Feed them to Green Riding Hood. But alas, she was immune.
to green cookies that were cold. And they went and tackled her, they tied her down, opened her mouth, and shoved one in her gullet. Oh.
Question mark? Are you campaigning for another player to die?
No! This is a cutthroat game, and I'm bad at it, and I'm really happy I've survived this long.
All right, be cutthroat with her then. Okay, let's get a new chapter title.
I think everyone should
Bluebeard's daughter.
Bluebeard's daughter. We all know that Bluebeard was in this somewhere. Bluebeard's daughter.
Bluebeard's daughter.
Yes, clearly.
Wait, just one daughter or 2?
We'll find out.
Bluebeard arrived on scene and quickly surveyed that his daughter was in trouble. Hood! What's wrong? He
said loudly, I must save my daughter. I shall call Rainbow Riding Hood. The power of all the colors. Down came Rainbow Riding Hood and said, hey, I'm here.
All right, it's getting down to the end. Another chapter, real quick.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, why not? Another Hood.
I like it. What's going on? Who wants to steal from the Green Riding Hood and give to me?
For underneath all of this armor, I'm also
Riding Hood's boyfriend, Robin Hood!
All right, final chapter.
Batman.
Enter Batman? Did I hear that? Yes, enter Batman.
drugs were
He
about
needed
to
to end
take
the
over
drug
the
trip.
world. He took his batarang from out of his utility belt and threw it.
At all of the hoods. He was indiscriminate of their colors. Killing nearly all of them. One survived. Batman's arch nemesis.
Rainbow Riding Hood. Sorry, Bats, Rainbow said. You're gonna have to do
Better than that, as he scampered away. Batman was furious, and knew the only way to stop a rainbow was to trap it. He found the
large pile of leaves that he put over a hole that Rainbow might fall down if he tried to step on them. This will work for sure, Batman said. I'll get him if it's the last thing I do. Ooh. So Rainbow, looking at the pile of leaves,
said, "Wait a minute, I'm not stupid, Batman. There's something in there for me, isn't there?" Rainbow immediately jumped
into the pile of leaves, not knowing there was a hole in the ground. But really there was. And Rainbow fell. "Ah," said Batman. "You fell for my trap." I knew this would happen. Rainbow's clearly dead. I'm going to look over the edge of the hole to see if he's dead for sure. So Batman looked over the edge
and was seized by the throat
by Rainbow, who was holding
onto the edge
of the hole.
The only thing keeping her
alive at the moment
was a leprechaun underneath at the end of the rainbow. The leprechaun was holding her on, supporting her. Batman knew the only way to kill a leprechaun was with leprosy.